Japan is home to 194 roller coasters. The oldest of the bunch is roller coaster at Hanayashiki. This ride uniquely circles the park, and do not be fooled by its smaller stature. It is feisty. I will explain why in this review. Whereas the oldest roller coasters in the United States are made of wood, Japan's oldest coasters are made of steel. This was because of Japan's ultra-strict earthquake regulations. From 1950 to 1987, wood structures taller than 42 feet or 13 meters were not permitted. Japan's first two coasters opened in 1952. These were two kiddie coasters, but both closed by the 1980s. The country's third coaster opened in Hanayashiki, but unlike the other two, it is still operating, hence why it's commonly advertised as the country's oldest coaster. This was the first coaster ever made by Togo, arguably the most famous Japanese coaster manufacturer. The uncreatively named roller coaster opened in 1953, which coincided with Hanayashiki's 100th anniversary. This is a small amusement park just a short walk away from the Asakusa Shrine, one of the most popular tourist spots in all of Tokyo. This park is extremely compact, occupying just a single city block. The coaster's green track is placed along the perimeter of the park, traveling past buildings and rides. This is a neat visual both on and off ride. This coaster and the excited screams of riders add so much energy to the midway whenever it cycles. The train has changed quite a bit since the new millennium. For many years, it was stylized as a dragon. Then it was changed to a minecart theme. Then for the past decade, it has resembled a silver rocket ship. Note that I said train, not trains. This coaster has just one. And that single train is on the shorter side, as it has just 4 cars with 2 rows of 2. So at best, this coaster seats a max of 16 riders per cycle. Dispatches are also on the slower side. As with most coasters in Japan, nothing can ride with you. This includes bags and anything in your pockets. This means basically everyone needs to place items on the storage rack. You can actually wear glasses in this coaster though, which is a rarity in Japan. Riders enter and exit the train from the same side of the platform. The attendant will not start loading the next train until all the prior riders leave the platform. It takes a bit for guests to retrieve everything from the storage rack because the platform is narrow and cramped. Guests are then assigned rows one party at a time, front to back, no exceptions. You cannot request a row further back, nor wait an extra train. I went in expecting a jet coaster. This is a type of coaster in Japan that's on the milder side. It often has shallow drops and elongated transitions, so I didn't think seat would matter much with this. However, roller coaster had some underrated airtime, and it felt quite different depending upon where you sat. I got 3 rides, 2 in the front car, and 1 in the second to back car. The front's airtime was a bit better, but I do wish I could have tried the very back for one drop in particular. Typically, the train would cycle every 5 to 7 minutes, which gives the ride an estimated hourly capacity of roughly 150 to 200 riders. And that assumes every seat is filled, which is unlikely because single riders from different parties are not paired together. So you may have to wait a while for this one, especially because this park can get quite busy. Remember, it is next to an extremely popular shrine. The crowds you are seeing here at the shrine are at 9:30 a.m. It only got busier as the day went on, and some of those crowds bled into the park. For the best experience, arrive immediately after the park opens. This has 2 advantages. 1, this coaster will have its shortest wait. We never had to wait more than 2 trains during the first hour. We left in the early afternoon, and a few enthusiasts said they waited close to 45 minutes. A full queue will take roughly 1 hour per sign at the entrance. If that sign is there, that means our waits have happened before. 2, you may be able to influence your seat. If there aren't too many people in line, you can potentially count how many groups are ahead of you to determine where you sit. This is near impossible to do when the ride is busier. I have 3 additional touring notes. First, this coaster does not operate in the rain. This is common with a lot of Japanese coasters, so make sure you visit this park on a clear day. Second, this park operates year-round, So understandably, this ride will go down for maintenance at some point during the year. This seems to happen most commonly in June. This is when I visited Japan for the first time in 2018, and it was closed. I had friends visit in June of 2019 who also found it closed, and I noticed it was closed from late May until early July this year in 2025. I don't know if it regularly closes for a few weeks in the winter as well, but I would not be surprised. Third, you can pay per ride. This is a more economical option if you only plan to ride it once due to time or crowds. Everyone must pay the 1,200 yen or $8 fee to enter the park. Then the coaster costs 7 tickets, which is equal to 700 yen or $5 per ride. Alternatively, there is an unlimited wristband for 2,800 yen or $19. This too is on top of the general admission price. Once seated, guests are secured by individual U-shaped lap bars. These are fine, especially since they are not pushed down too tight. There is not too much legroom though, so word of warning to those taller riders out there. Once secured, a buzzer sounds and you're dispatched. You turn slightly left towards a lift hill and are slowly hoisted to the top. This hill is a max height of just 36 feet or 11 meters, yet it takes 40 seconds to reach the top. This gives you plenty of time to take in the sights though. That is a major part of this coaster because it travels through the full park. The lift alone passes multiple buildings, travels over a kiddie ride, and then to the left, you're directly next to the monorail. Once at the top, you slightly turn left and have a small drop. This is tame and just builds up speed for the rest of the layout, especially because the pullout does not level off. It continues at a slight downward slope. The best part of this drop is how it's wedged in between 2 tall buildings. It is such a neat aesthetic. You then jump into an L-shaped turnaround. Those in front get some weak lift in the entry. The turn is slow, but it offers nice visuals once again between the building to your right and a magic bike flat ride to your left. The following drop is where things really get interesting. It offers a fine pop of airtime in the back cars. Previously, this drop went into a tunnel, but that no longer exists. I suspect it was removed when they built a large building to your left that houses a few different attractions. You then quickly rise upwards. This delivers airtime for all. It is a really good ejector pop in the front. You will be thrust into the restraint. I was shocked just how strong it was. It is milder in the back, but still an okay burst. This is followed by a brief straightaway. Then there's a little dip down and a rise upwards. No forces on these, but the visuals once again are strong. You come darn close to the disco flat ride on your left. Then there's another building on your right. This leads to a leftward turn near the main entrance. You get some weak laterals here in the front. The drop off of it is a sharp dip offering a little negative G's in the back. You then rise slightly upwards and have another leftward turn crammed in between 2 buildings. Then you have one heck of a finale. There's a sizable drop inside a tunnel. You dip beneath a statue, but more impressively, it packs a wallop. It is abrupt, and since you have solid speed into it, you get really nice airtime. In the second to back car, I got a good pop of ejector, so I can imagine it would be even better in the very back. You then jump upwards into the station. Yes, you heard that right. There is not a separate brake run here, hence why this ride only runs 1 train. You have quite a bit of speed here, and you abruptly level off, so it offers a decent ejector pop in the front cars. You slam to a stop here, so you may want to brace yourself. The train then slowly moves forwards and parks, ending the experience. The coaster is definitely on the shorter side. Per RCDB, this coaster is just 768 feet, or 234 meters of track. Remember, this coaster does not have a brake run, so that contributes to the shockingly low figure. Despite its modest height and speed, this ride has respectable pacing. A few of the turns are slower, but the ascents and descents are peppy and surprisingly forceful. Then I stayed engaged at all times because of the visuals. I love how close you get to different structures. It offers a fun high-speed tour of the park. In terms of smoothness, This coaster is definitely a bit janky. The train moves along the track relatively smoothly, but some of the hills and turns jolt you into them. This didn't bother me personally as I like the abruptness, but my wife found a few of them a bit uncomfortable, so it may depend on the person. So what would I rate Hanayashiki's roller coaster? I would give this classic a 7 out of 10. This is a good coaster. I love the location, as it is neat zipping past so many attractions and buildings. Then this coaster has some pep to it as well. There are some sneaky strong pops of airtime. The coaster is on the shorter side, but I always came off with a smile on my face. Just try to avoid the lengthy queues if you can. Those are my thoughts on Japan's oldest roller coaster. What are your thoughts on this ride? Have you been on it? Let me know down in the comments. If you enjoyed this review, I would appreciate it if you gave this video a like, and you consider subscribing, because there will be a lot more roller coaster and amusement park videos here at Canopy Coaster. Thanks for watching.